Jesse Ernest Wilkins, Jr., black mathematician and physicist. A distinguished applied mathematician and nuclear engineer, J. Ernest Wilkins, Jr., has enjoyed a diverse career spanning governmental, industrial, and academic positions. He was involved in the Manhattan Project, a the top secret quest to construct a nuclear bomb during the 1940s, and was a pioneer in nuclear reactor design. He served as president of the American Nuclear Society and contributed to the mathematical theory of Bessel functions, differential and integral equations, the calculus of variations, and to optical instruments for space. Jesse Ernest Wilkins, Jr. was born in Chicago on November 27, 1923, the son of Jesse Ernest Wilkins, Sr. and Lucille Beatrice Robinson Wilkins. The senior Wilkins was a prominent lawyer who was president of the Cook County Bar Association from 1941 to 1942 and an assistant secretary of labor in the Eisenhower administration. Wilkins's mother was a school teacher with a master's degree. Both parents remained active in the Methodist Church. Wilkins's two brothers became lawyers, but Wilkins preferred mathematics, entering the University of Chicago at the age of 13 and becoming the youngest student ever admitted to that institution. He completed his baccalaureate in 1940, his master's in 1941, and by the age of 19 had earned his doctoral degree. Wilkins went to the Institute for Advanced Study on a Rosenwald scholarship in 1942, then taught at Tuskegee Institute from 1943 to 1944. He returned to the University of Chicago, where he worked on the Manhattan Project at the Metallurgical Laboratory from 1944 to 1946. Wilkins spent the bulk of his career in industry, however, starting with a position as mathematician at the American Optical Company in Buffalo, New York in 1946. Wilkins spent the bulk of his career in industry, however, starting with a position as mathematician at the American Optical Company in Buffalo, New York in 1946. He left to become a senior mathematician at the Nuclear Development Corporation of America, later the United Nuclear Corporation in White Plains, New York, in 1950. There he became manager of the Physics and Mathematics Department in 1955, and later manager of research and development. While he was at NDA, Wilkins earned a BME degree in 1957 and an MME in 1960 from New York University. Beginning in the 1960s, Wilkins held various offices in the American Nuclear Society, becoming president of the organization from 1974 to 1975. In the early 60s, Wilkins moved to the General Atomic Division of General Dynamics Corporation in San Diego, where he remained until 1970. Wilkins next took an academic position as Distinguished Professor of Applied Mathematical Physics at Howard University in Washington, D.C., remaining in that position for the next 7 years. In 1977, Wilkins went to EG&G, Idaho, in Idaho Falls, where he was Associate General Manager and then Deputy General Manager. Leaving in 1984, Wilkins was an Argonne Fellow at Argonne National Laboratory in 1984 and 1985. And although retired beginning in 1985, he remained active as a consultant. In 1990, Wilkins joined Clark Atlanta University as Distinguished Professor of Applied Mathematics and Mathematical Physics. During his career, Wilkins published roughly 100 papers and reports on pure and applied mathematics, nuclear engineering, and optics. He is best known for studies with Herbert Goldstine on gamma ray penetration, the results of which are used for the design of nuclear reactor and radiation shielding, and of neutron absorption, which produced the Wigner-Wilkins approach to estimating the distribution of neutron energies in nuclear reactors. Wilkins also wrote papers on reactor operation and design and heat transfer. In addition, Wilkins continued to write on optical optimization problems and did interesting work on the estimation of the number of real roots of polynomials with random coefficients. Wilkins served on advisory committees on scientific and engineering education for the National Academy of Engineering, the National Research Council, and other organizations and universities. Wilkins married Gloria Stewart in 1947. They had two children, Sharon and Jesse Ernest III. Wilkins was remarried in 1984 to Maxine Grundy. He is retired. Citations are in the description.